Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
There we go. We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I will be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit. But today we have a small slate for NHL. Not really a slate I'm overly thrilled about. We have 4 games, and one of them, I guess maybe 2 of them matter. Yeah, 2 of them matter. 3 of them don't. But yeah. And then we have a full slate in the MLB. We will be going over that as well. But before we get into today's game, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. I followed up an amazing Friday with a horrible Saturday. So Friday was up 12.8 units, followed up by negative 7.08 on Saturday. Yesterday was not fun. Started off poorly, over 5.5. Islanders Rangers finished 3-2 in a shootout. I hate shootouts; they're annoying. That was a frustrating. That not frustrating because it never really had a chance. The over 5.5, but it is what it is. Actually, the Islanders had multiple penalty shots that they could have scored, but that's beyond the point. Over 7.5, Detroit, Minnesota, never in doubt. Totally didn't need not only the 10th inning, but the 11th inning as well. The game ended up finishing 11-5. Mets -1 was a mistake. Started off good. They put up. I don't think that it's going to be a trend for Manaea, though. I think he'll be fine this year. Chicago first 5. Crochet looked terrible. And lost that one there. Over 5.5 with Dallas and Seattle. Finished 3-1. First 5 under 5 in Philly. Pittsburgh, they scored 3 runs in the first inning and then scored 2 in the top of the 5th to push it. So I pushed on that one there. Braves lose 5-1. We had the run line. This game was probably the most frustrating. It was 2-2 less than 10 minutes into the game between Buffalo and Florida. And those 2 useless teams could not give me another goal in regulation. And somehow after 4 goals in the first 10 minutes, the game not only stays under, I think the live line at that point was 8.5, but it stays under the original 5.5 with the next goal coming in overtime. Absolutely frustrating. Took a shot at the Flyers. They win 1-0 there. The Penguins +105 was a loser against the Boston Bruins, 6-4 there. A massive drop in their percentages for the playoffs, with the Islanders getting a point, with the Red Wings getting a win, with the Capitals getting a win, with the Flyers getting a win. All of a sudden, all those teams have passed the Penguins. Penguins can still make it in, but they're going to need a lot of help now. Over 6.5 with Nashville and Columbus finishes 6-4, so a winner there. The Cardinals lose 4-2. The Padres lose 5-2. The Oilers lose 3-1, which kills my divisional ticket as well. So I'm going to need Carolina to come in clutch, win these last 2 games, and Ottawa to get the job done against the Rangers for that +240 Metro to balance out or to profit and not lose 2 units on those 2 futures I made. And then the Cubs -134 get the job done as well. So overall, not a good day yesterday. I've made no bets coming into today's games so far. I have a couple that I know I'm going to bet. I just haven't placed any bets at the moment yet. So we will get into all of that. We'll head into the chat, and then we'll head to the show here, or head into the slate. Morning, gentlemen. Morning. I had a very successful night on the ice. Yeah. Islanders under. I had the over. Dallas money line, good job. In the under, I had the over. Florida money line in the under, I had the over. Washington, yeah. I did have the Nashville over, which was nice. But yeah, you were basically against me on everything, so you had a good night. Islanders, Devils, Avalanche, Leafs, the only sides just the Leafs and the Lightning are extremely useless for my Islanders future. So yeah, that was annoying. Sup, what's good, Real Deal Prime? Morning. Yeah, I was on mute for the first 9 seconds. Brewers got it done yesterday. Do we fade them today or do we ride them again? We will discuss that game. I think that'll be the first baseball game. Nope, that's like the 5th game on the docket for baseball. We'll discuss it. What's up, Nick? What's good, Smoke and Mirrors? Do you like the Red Sox today with Bayo? Let's take a look here. Who they have in that game? Against the Angels. We'll be getting into that in a little bit. I like to look at what the market was and all that stuff. So yeah. Good morning. What's good, Nathan? UFC card was fire. Yeah, I mean that Max Holloway knockout was insane. He's a psychopath, and that's the best way to win the BMF belt. Is up big time in the fight. Basically, have the fight in the bag, and then point at the center of the octagon and say, "Let's swing." That was a nuts ending to that fight. I also had a piece of Aljo, but John Hill really ruined my night there for the UFC. I had a couple of boosts and stuff like that on books, so I used those. But yeah, warned you about the Reds. Yeah, I wanted Crochet. It is what it is. He's made me money so far this year, so I decided to go back to him, and I went to the well and won too many times, I guess. Let's get into it here. We have the St. Louis Blues and the Seattle Kraken to start off the card here, this game. The Blues minus 130 favorites with a total of 5.5 in this one here. Trying to get the hockey card loaded up here. This game taking place at 1:07. Meaningless game. Both teams have been eliminated. Line opened up at a 143. It's down to a 126 now for the 126 now for the Blues. Line opened up at a 5.5 minus 127. It's down to a 5.5 minus 120. So we've had to move towards the under. We've had to move towards the Kraken in this one here. I think this total is right. And I think the Kraken, this line should move towards the Kraken. I have Joel Hofer and Joey Decord as your 2 goaltenders in this one here. And if it's Binnington, I have more interest in the Blues, but I expect them to go with Hofer the last few games, or to start at least one of these games down the stretch for the Blues. The Blues coming in off of the loss that sealed up their fate against the Hurricanes. Also, the Vegas Golden Knights winning that later that night did the trick as well. And Seattle's been out for a while. They're coming in off of back-to-back losses. Not particularly a game I want to get invested in. This one was a pretty simple pass for me. I guess it's Kraken or nothing with the way the line's moving, but I can really care less about line movements in hockey. And I have this game priced with a little bit of value on the Kraken. And if it is Hofer, I might take a shot at the Kraken. So I would like to know who the goaltender is for this game. I would like to see it confirmed first, and then I'll probably look to make a move on the Kraken if they confirm Hofer. Yo. What's good, Joe Kryptonite? You like Carolina puck line minus 1.5? What price is that? Carolina puck line. Seeing minus 135, not particularly. Maybe a Carolina double chance first period puck line, full game money line type of thing. But no, I don't. That's just too priced for me. Yes, sir. What's good? Stacks pod. Bryce Harper over 1.5 bases plus 104. There you go. had the under in the Kraken game and Rangers game. Yeah, I was on. You must have had a great day because my day sucked. So a lot of people on the unders when I was on overs, and it sucked. Live bet under 6.5 plus 450 in the Sabres Panthers game. And live bet though plus 375 Lightning Panthers. Yeah. Okay. Panthers game was 4 goals in the first period and nothing the rest of the game. Yes, I had over 5.5, and that was incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. Had Flyers 1-0. Yeah, I had the Flyers as well yesterday. That was one of the only things that did go right. We'll move on, though. This one's an interesting spot here with the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights. We have the Avalanche, or we have the Golden Knights round pick. This is a pick 'em total of 6.5 in this game. The Avalanche have not clinched. Or no, my bad. They have clinched, but they're most likely the 3 seed in the Central after getting embarrassed against the Winnipeg Jets yesterday, 7-0. On the flip side, we have the Vegas Golden Knights coming in off of a win against the Wild to clinch their playoff spots. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 101. It's now a 6.5 minus 106, so we move towards the over. Line opened up at a plus 103 for Colorado. It's now a plus 100 here in this game. And for me in this spot, I understand I need to take out that minus 5.55 expected goal game because that's really skewing my Avalanche numbers because this line, because I'm going to make a move on this game here. Let's take a look at the playoff implications for this game here, where we have this game being this is a fairly big game for the Avs. With a win in regulation, they go from their odds to be the 2nd seed in the Central go up to 10.3%. If they're 3rd in the division, or if they lose in regulation, they're locked in the 3 spot. So they need a win in this game badly to keep a chance at getting the home ice advantage in the first round, an option. Vegas, they could potentially be the 3rd seed in the Pacific, which means they would go up against the Oilers in the first round instead of going up against the Stars. With a win in regulation, that goes up to 11.4%. With the loss, their wild card 2 chances go to 96.9%. So this is a big game for the Golden Knights as well. And when we look at what the Avalanche did yesterday, that 7-0 loss, I've got to back the Avalanche in this spot. And it's gonna be Avalanche first period, minus 105 on DraftKings, but I have to do this because I expect the Avalanche to show up here after getting embarrassed yesterday. And maybe the only plays of the day in the NHL you need to do is Avalanche first period, Avalanche full game. And I can get even money on Bet365 for the full game. I think that's the way I want to approach this. Is just doubling up on Colorado, and that's it for the NHL today with the 4-game slate. Now, am I still interested in the Kraken with if it's Hofer for the Blues? Yes. Am I interested in anything in the I'm interested in anything in the Carolina game sidewise? Not really. So I'm going to move on the first period money line at minus 105 for the Kraken, or if not for the Kraken, for the Avalanche. And I'm going to move on the full game money line at even money on Bet365 for the Avalanche as well. I expect for them to show up here in the first period and win this game outright too. So let's take a look. Let's do this. So first period money line minus 105, and then we'll go over to Bet365 and get the even money line as well for the Avalanche here. Never bet overs. I bet what my numbers say to bet. So, and I bet both. I bet both, but I had my numbers suggested value on overs yesterday, and it's never unders or pass. Overs do have value as well. It's not just that. Avs or under, Avalanche all day for me here. No heart for Nathan. So sad. Why not? I mean, he is still an overwhelming favorite to win the heart. Under 4.5, over 5.5. Yeah. Go Nathan, go. Under. Oh, there we go. There we go. Under. I don't know what the total. I'm iffy on the total there. Nathan scores 3 and assists 2. I could see Nathan McKinnon props for sure in this game. Like a 4-2 game, I can see it. Avs money line. Golden Knights money line. Go Avs, go. Minus 110, it's Vegas's number. Fair. I agree. Avs. What's good, Tim?
What's up? No, I'm not betting hockey.
You don't want to back a team that got embarrassed yesterday 7-0 against at home.
Intriguing, but no, these teams are already clinched into playoff spots, and no, I'm good.
Fair. We'll move on. This is a fun one here, Tim. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes minus 360 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. And I need Carolina to win this game. I need Carolina to win this game. I need Carolina to win next game. I need Ottawa to beat the Rangers after the Rangers won yesterday for this Carolina future. So I've got my investment on the Carolina Hurricanes in this game. I need them to win this hockey game. The line opened up at a 334. It's up to a 340. Line opened up at a 6. It's down to a 5.5. So the line's moved towards the under, and the line has moved towards the Hurricanes in this one here. We have, we have 91% of the tickets are on the Hurricanes. 93% of the tickets are on the over in this game here. And when it comes to this game, it's a meaningless game for the Blackhawks, obviously. Nothing will change for the Hawks in this game. Obviously, they're not making the playoffs, and their draft lottery odds are 13.5%, locked in stone, not going to change.
Okay.
Carolina, this is an important game for them. If they lose in regulation, the Metro is the Rangers. Pretty
and
plain
so is the
simple.
President's Trophy, right?
And no, because the President's Trophy could still be the Stars as well.
Oh.
And it still could be the Bruins as well.
No.
No? Am I mistaken on that one there?
No, it could be. They have to. It would require them to win both games, and the Rangers to. If Rangers have a regulation loss, they would be tied. So I don't know. And then it would go to what? Regulation wins?
Yes.
I don't know how many wins in regulation. I don't know where to find that. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. And then for Carolina, with a win, if they win in regulation, they go up to around 25.5% to win the division. If they lose, but if they lose if they lose in overtime, it goes to 15%. It drops. This is an important game for the Hurricanes. Do I expect them to take care of business? Yes. Yes, I do. Pretty plain simple. Yes, I do. Do I have any interest in the Carolina Hurricanes in this game? No. This line is too wide for me to want to go ahead and bet it. The only way I can approach this is maybe the double result, which is first period puck line, full game money line. You can also get the first period puck line here at around even money, plus 110 on DraftKings. Look for them to jump out early because they know they still need to win this game to put pressure on the Rangers to win their last game against the Senators. So I'm not on this game. I have no interest in this game. It's Mrazek, and I'm assuming it's going to be Mrazek and Anderson. It's a pass. Maybe a team total under for the Blackhawks because I look for maybe Carolina to step up defensively, get ready to get in the playoff mindset. But for me, I have no play here.
I'm not betting hockey, so I'll bet hockey in the playoffs, but it's the same way with the NBA. I'm not betting any NBA today. So, where did you leave off in the chat, Nick?
We left off right here.
Oh, geez. Usual Blues money line in the under. Good luck. Do you think my Wings are going to get in? No.
I think so. I think they can. They need.
I hope not.
I think they need a win and a Capitals loss or something like that. I don't know. They need to. And I think they need all 4 points against Montreal. And that's the thing with the Red Wings is it's right there in front of them. You have to beat the Canadiens twice. Pretty easy. 2 very winnable games you should win.
That being said, I feel like the Canadiens are one of those teams kind of like the Washington Nationals where they'll be like a scrappy team that wins games that they shouldn't.
Well, here's the thing, Tim. I thought that in the beginning of the season and that one of my I'm mad I didn't bet it because it was one of my favorite and I didn't really bet any futures preseason. My favorite future preseason was Montreal over their point total, which I think was either 71.5 or 73.5, and they've cleared it. This was and they're last in the Atlantic. So
I gotta check my futures again. I know some of them were really rough.
I had
right.
Pretty
I
bad
had
ones.
like Vancouver. Vancouver was good for me. But I had like Buffalo over. I had the Sharks over. I had the Wild over. I had the Rangers under. I had the Panthers under. Most of my futures were kind of rough, but I have to check those. I want to say Vegas, but after the Avs just got their ass kicked, maybe the under.
That's why I took first period full game.
Canes -2.5 on the road. Good luck. Have fun. Timmy, what's up, Untouchable? Twins morning beheaded. Carolina puck line. Canes -2.5 is at +140. Just do it. I won't lay 2.5. I won't either. Hawks on spring vacation. Hawks have been on vacation for a while. Hawks first period. Canes puck line full game. Something similar to what happened against my Blues. Jarvis to score a goal. I don't hate that. I'm probably just backing the Desert Dogs for the rest of the season, and since they're moving to Utah,
I think that, and I would love to make this bet on what day is it? Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. Here's the ultimate bet on Wednesday. The Arizona Coyotes to beat the Edmonton Oilers. It'll be the last game they play in Arizona.
There you go. Last game, and watch it be sold out. Last game.
Oh, yeah, sold out 5,000-seat arena. Yep.
Yeah. Last games, everybody's going to playoffs to have to show best team. Maybe. Hope watching Kane on playoffs, but doubt about it. Okay.
Patrick Kane?
Patrick Kane? No. Under 6.5 in all the NHL games. Red Wings getting into playoffs is a lock. LOL, my Capitals to make playoffs plus 575 has no chance.
It has a chance. It absolutely does.
That's fantastic. I bet 3 plays. I bet Magic, not betting in the NBA, so good luck with that one. Avs and Royals.
I would like to back my boy Cole Reagans today. First 5.
I feel like it would be an under or nothing, but we'll see. Sounds legit, Joe. Royals playing so good. Hail the Empire 2. Patrick Kane, cool guy.
You know it's spelled Kane, right? Kane. Patrick Kane.
There you go. Speaking of those Desert Dogs, Nick.
Yeah, we got them Desert Dogs. Here's the thing, though. Do we want to back them on the road? And they're coming in off of back-to-back overtime wins. I think this is a potential letdown spot for them. Let's get into it, though. Because we have the Arizona Coyotes and the Calgary Flames. We have the Flames -1 -140 favorites in this game, total 6.5. Line opened up at a 133. It's up to a 139 on BetOnline. Line opened up at a 6. It's at -116. It's a 6 at -118. Here, I would like to know I would like to know the goaltending for this game before I make a move on it, because the difference between Markstrom and Wolf has been a pretty decent difference, because with Wolf and net, this game projects really well for an over. With an average goaltender, this game still projects well for an over at 6. With Markstrom, not as much. I can only look over in this game, in this spot. I want to keep my NHL card clean today, and I just want to stick with the Avalanche, really, is the way I want to approach this. So I think I'm going to leave the Kraken off, and I'm going to leave the over in this game off my card. Because the only thing I really want to back today is Colorado. And I mean, it's a lean towards the Desert Dogs for me, but do I want to go ahead and bet them again? Or bet them here? They're off of 2 big overtime wins. I think last game was the game maybe after they found out they were moving. They went into Edmonton and beat them out of the game after they found out they were moving. So I think the game to back Arizona is on the 17th in their last home game, their last game of the season. That's the game to back Arizona. This is not. It's a pass for me in this game.
Okay. Back to the chat. I'm quickly putting into the scroller my college baseball plays yesterday, which were awesome yesterday. I ended up finishing up 5.05 units in college baseball, including cashing on probably one of the most bipolar college baseball teams I've seen ever. The NC State Wolfpack.
They win again?
They won again against Clemson. 2 in a row. I'll be on them again plus 180 today. Yesterday was plus 200 on them too. So that was nice.
Yeah, anyway, you saw who did a lot of damage for NC State yesterday, right?
I did not.
Alex Makarevich.
I figured it was him, seeing that you mentioned it. By the way, Texas A&M 9-0 win over Vanderbilt again yesterday.
No problem.
When the next rankings come out, Texas A&M number 1.
Yeah. Hello, the ticket prices for last Coyotes game at Mullet Arena running $750 and higher. For McDavid list Oilers, I assume. Yeah, I think the Oilers probably mailed it in by then too. Or for the goodbye Yotes. Yeah, Coyotes money line. No matter what, I like. And let's take a draw in the under 2. Coyotes money line lock. All right, I'm gonna go bet the Flames now. Any preference? KC money line -135 or -0.5 at even money. I'm at 135 is fine with me. I'll lay that type of number. No, don't say that. Wolfpack have that basketball team magic on the diamond right now. They didn't against East Carolina. But now we'll be able to get Tim actually talking about games, because we have baseball. We have this game starting in about 2 hours? The New York Yankees and the Cleveland Guardians. Yankees -135 favorites, total 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here as it's loading up for me. Here we go. There we go. We have Nestor Cortez and Logan Allen. Line open up at a 136 for the Yankees. It's down to a 128. So we've had a move towards the Guardians in this spot here. Line open up at an 8.5 at -110. It's now an 8.5 at -120. So we've had a move towards the over. We've had a move towards the Guardians in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have. Where's the Yankees? There we go. We have 18% of the tickets and 97% of the cash coming in on the Cleveland Guardians. So big bets coming in on Cleveland here. 25% of the tickets and 68% of the cash coming in on the over. And the line moving towards the over, which immediately to me screams Guardians and over. The markets are moving that way. The sharp money is coming in on that way. So that's for starters makes me very interested. And Cortez coming in off of a really nice start in his last one. This is his 4th start of the year. He's given up. He gave up 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Astros. 3 earned runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched against the Diamondbacks. And then finally had his first good start against the Miami Marlins, where he went 8 innings, gave up no earned runs on 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts, and 8 innings pitched in that 7-0 win over Miami. On the flip side, though, Logan Allen, he's coming in off of a bad start against the Chicago White Sox at home. His first home start of the year, gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 4 innings pitched in a 7-5 loss against the White Sox. Previous to that, he looked pretty good. No earned runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 6 2/3 innings pitched against the Mariners. 3 earned runs, 6 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Oakland A's. I'm interested in the Guardians, and I'm interested in the over in this game, and I think I'm going to be on both of them here in this spot with the way the market's moving. And when you look at it, I see Cortez potentially getting hit because I believe the Guardians have hit lefties pretty well this year. I want to take a look at that real quick. I want to get up FanGraphs to see how these teams are hitting against certain types of pitchers and stuff like that. So I'm going to throw it over to you here, Tim, when I get batting stats up for WRC plus versus lefty and righties. But yeah, what's your thoughts here, Yankees and Guardians?
I'll say I didn't really get to look at this game all that much. It's not on covers. So that's the site that I used to get all my numbers and stuff. There's nothing on covers for it. It doesn't even show that the game exists. Oh, sorry, never mind. What? Wow, I had it way down. Never mind, I see it now. Nestor Cortez and Logan Allen. That was weird. I guess I completely skipped over it. I don't know what the deal is. Cortez he had a good start his last time out, but that was against the Marlins. Logan Allen, we've seen him 3 times this year. 1 good start against Seattle. Bad starts against Oakland and Chicago. I like the over in this game. Obviously, I'm not a big Nestor Cortez fan. He had his good year, and everybody still thinks he's a good pitcher. I don't think he's as good as people think. He's still a solid pitcher. He's just not an all-star anymore. So I'm going to be on the over in this one to start off the card. Wow, there's a lot of NBA games starting at 1 o'clock. That's annoying. Over in the Yankee game.
Yeah, I'm trying to determine whether or not I'm taking a full game or a first 5 with the Guardians, or do I just take the team total over? Because the Guardians, these 2 teams hit lefties really well. The Yankees are 6th in baseball so far with 123 WRC plus versus lefties. The Guardians are 5th with 128. So these are 2 top 6 teams against left-handed pitching. So I'm going to move on this over. That is one bet for me here in this game. And I'm going to move on the full game money line here for the Guardians. Full game money line for the Guardians here, plus 115 over on Bet365. And I'm getting over on Fanatics, over 8.5 at minus 115.
There you go. That's where did we leave off in the chat? Nope. Sorry. Well, it's always ECU Pirate Baseball run line. I mean, yeah. What else? They're like minus 200 something. So yeah, I wouldn't be betting their money line. So yeah.
Reasonable money line for them, right?
No. I know it's ugly, but nerfy for me. I mean, I could see a nerfy and then this game get out of hand. Tim, what's up, Nathan? Under. No. By the way, shout out to the only ECU Pirate I know in tennis, Johar Vigin, plus 175, never in doubt for Monte Carlo doubles finals. I've never heard of that person before. But hey, go Pirates. Back to this onto the Cincinnati Reds. I think their price is actually not that bad today, so I could see that. All right, their price is 125. I know it's probably one of those numbers that seems like it's way too low, and it probably is, but I don't know. We'll see with that game.
Yeah, let's get into it here. I'm logging into Bet365 to make this Guardians bet plus 115. So I can do that. But yeah, we'll move on here. The Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. We have the Twins are on minus 120 favorites in this game with a total 8 in the spot. By the way, I just locked in both of those, Guardians and over. Let's get into the line history. Now I can focus on this game a little bit more, where we have this is Detroit. I drew a blank on which game I'm talking about. Bailey Ober and Jack Flaherty, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up with the Tigers around minus 113 or minus 125 favorites. It's down to a 113 now. So we've had a move towards the towards the Twins in this game. Line opened up at an 8.5 at even money. It's an 8.5 at minus 102 now. So we've had a slight move towards the over, and we've had a move towards the Twins. We have 70% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the Twins, with the line moving towards them. So that kind of checks out there. And we have 58% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the over in this game. 7,729 tickets in, with the line moving slightly towards said over in this spot. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Bailey Ober and Jack Flaherty. This will be Ober's third start. He went up against the Royals to start the year. Gave up 8 earned runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, and 1 1/3 innings pitched, 1 strikeout. He followed that up by 5 innings of 1-run baseball against the LA Dodgers. 3 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. They lost that game 4-2. And then on the flip side here, we have Jack Flaherty, who is making his third appearance. He's faced an absolute gauntlet so far of opponents. In his first matchup, he gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the White Sox. And then he got lit up on his last start. 6 earned runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Oakland A's in his last start. So he's faced the White Sox and the A's. Now he gets to face the Twins. But like we said with the last couple games, yeah, the Tigers pitchers have not faced much, but it's not like the Twins bats are any better than the Royal, or not the Royals, than the White Sox and the Athletics. Just the Twins hitting has been abysmal this year. Granted, they put up 11 runs yesterday, and we were all over that. I was all over that over with the line moving that way, the market's pointing in that direction, and all that, all the components for it. This is a game I have no interest in, though. It's a pass for me in this game. Maybe a lean towards Minnesota if I had to bet a side, but I'm good.
Yeah, it's once again AL Central versus AL Central. Not anything I really get involved in a lot, because whenever I get 2 teams from the AL Central playing against each other, it normally doesn't go my way. So I just, these games have always been tricky to me. So there's no point in me trying to get them right now. So this one ends up being another stay away spot. I don't even look at those games, to be honest. I just go cross them out, move on, because I never get them right. So I don't bet them. Kind of similar deal with Toronto Blue Jay games. So Red Sox smash. Yes, I like the Red Sox today. I don't think so. Angels money line. No, I kind of like the. We'll talk about the Red Sox. Red Sox are not on here, Nick. Unless I missed.
Did I just miss the line?
It's a 135 game. Oh wow. Never mind. I guess you had all 140s. It's all the way down here. Sorry.
Okay.
That's weird.
Cool.
That's what threw me off with the Yankee game, I guess, because I had that.
Oh my God, that's what I did wrong.
What?
I never switched the odds or the times for the baseball games.
Oh geez.
Because I've seen the Mets at minus 165. I'm like, that is not the odds for the Mets. So I will do better and switch these games around, because I was like, this doesn't seem right. But yeah, we will go over this game, that game though. I apologize. Let's get into it here in this spot. We have the New York Mets and the Kansas City Royals. We have the Royals minus 115 road favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line, our history in this one here, where we had this game lined up. It opened up with the Royals as minus 115 favorites. It got all the way up to a minus 130, and it's come plummeting down to a minus 110. So we've had a 5-cent line movement here towards the New York Mets. We have this line opening up at 8.5 yesterday, and it's come down to an 8. So we've had a slight move toward, or we've had a half-run line movement down, and we've had a move towards the Mets. Even though 82% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is coming in on the Royals. And yet this line's moved towards the Mets, which is interesting here, which is showing that the books are not afraid of this Royals money. And let's get into, we have Jose Butto and Cole Ragans. Ragans has looked phenomenal to start the year. He struggled a little bit in his last start, giving up 3 earned runs, 10 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. But they got the win over the Astros in extra innings in that game. He gave up no earned runs on 1 hit, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 6 in the third against the Orioles. And he gave up 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Twins. So on the flip side, though, Jose Butto is coming in off of 1 appearance where he looked good. Gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. And the Mets' first win of the year, 2-1 over the Tigers. He's not pitched since then. He's not pitched in 10 days.
He got sent down to the minors.
Yeah, sent down to the minors because he was a spot starter for the second half of that doubleheader. I like Butto. And I think Butto is somebody who's shown he has some potential. He started he pitched in 9 games, started 7 with the Mets in 2023, and had a 3.64 ERA. He is a solid 5-starter. And with McGill's injury, he should be slotted in that 5 slot. Should be. Yeah. I would like to maybe back an under in this game, but I really don't have too much of an interest in this one. Kind of complexed on the line movement, them showing they have no fear for this Royals money. I usually would be like, yeah, let's back our boy Cole Ragans in the spot. The market's keeping me off of it in this game. Market's scaring the hell out of me with this game. Because I wanted to back the Royals first 5. I did. And I want to take a look real quick at the first 5 line history here with the money line. Because first 5 opened up at a 130, it got up to a 136, and it's down to a 130 again. So we've had no line movement on this first 5. It's KC first 5 or nothing for me. But it's a pass. The market's keeping me off of it.
I like the under in this game, Nick. And I think it's everybody just saw the 11-7 yesterday, high scoring back and forth. I think Butto has a strong start at home, coming off of the good performance against the Tigers. And you guys know I'm big on Cole Ragans this year. Although he's actually been okay. But the Royals have lost 2 out of the 3 starts that he's pitched in so far. I don't really think that's that big of a deal. I like the under in this one. I think both pitchers have a solid starts. Both offenses kind of struggle on or are slow on a Sunday, and I think we get this one to go under the 8.5, Nick.
Yeah, I can see it. I just don't know what to do with this game. Truly.
Okay. Back to the chat.
Yeah. Are you able to? Because I forgot I have to switch around the games, or I have to switch the odds on the games. I apologize.
Yeah. Hold on. Don't let reverse lines trick you. Royals. The Mets need speed. Yeah, they do. If anybody wants to get that Hurricanes money line juice down, add USA or Finland money line from women's. Good luck for USA. I really want the Nerfy, but I'm not sure about Butto. Butto will be fine. Royals pitching right now. Royals hitting right now. Can't look at I can only look their way but pass. You also don't like the Mets, so I understand why you wouldn't bet them.
I realized I typed in all the games. I just forgot to delete yesterday's.
All right, so now it's all messed up.
Now we'll go to this one, and I'll delete the ones we've already talked about.
All right, that's fine.
So I'll delete the Mets game, the Tigers game, and the what other game did we talk about? Oh, I already deleted this. Never mind. All right, we have the Boston Red Sox and the LA Angels. The Red Sox minus 135 favorites in this game, total of 10 in this spot. Because I remember typing up these games earlier. My dumbass just forgot to delete the other ones. Brian Bailo and Tyler Anderson. Line opening up at a minus 120 for the Red Sox. It's up to a 127. Line opened up at a 9. It's gone all the way up to a 10. So we've had to move towards the over. We've had to move towards the Red Sox in this game, expecting Anderson to get hit. Let's take a look at the line history in this one, or the cash flow in this game. 43% of the tickets, 55% of the cash coming in on the Red Sox. Line moving towards the Red Sox. I'm interested in Boston in this game. 93% of the tickets are on the under. I wonder if those are all coming in at the 10 number here for this game, though. Taking a look at the pitching matchup in this game, where we have Brian Baio and Tyler Anderson. Baio has gotten off to a pretty decent, he's an okay start. He gave up 1 earned run on 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 against the Orioles in his last start. He gave up 4 earned runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Oakland A's. He gave up 2 earned runs on 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Mariners. He's looked okay this year. On the other side, Tyler Anderson is coming in off of 2 really strong starts. He gave up no earned runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched against the Marlins. He gave up no earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched against the Rays. So he's coming off of 2 phenomenal starts. Can he do a third one in a row is the question. And the markets are saying no. The markets are saying he gets smashed. Lines move towards the Red Sox. The markets move towards the Red Sox. I'm interested in the Red Sox in this game. The Angels or the Red Sox against left-handed pitching this year have struggled a little bit. 91 WRC plus. Let's take a look here with the Angels. How are they hitting righties? The Angels hitting righties are 94 WRC plus, 443 at-bats into the season. So both these teams are below average hitting against the other pitcher's arm. I like the Red Sox in this game. I like Brian Baio. And question is, do we trust these bullpens? Both bullpens are bad, so do I want to isolate this to the first 5 and just avoid both bad bullpens because the Red Sox bullpen could be bad and the Angels bullpen could be equally as bad? I can only go Red Sox in this game. We're getting up to minus 130 now for the Red Sox, which is not a number I particularly want to lay with this team. I don't think I'm going to get involved in this game, but it's Red Sox or nothing.
I got the Red Sox at minus 126, so that's not a terrible line. I also had them last night. I gave them out in a free pick video last night, so I had it off of that. I think this is a really good spot for him. I really like Brian Bailo. I think he's going to have a really solid year for the Red Sox. He's one of those young arms that I said, hey, if the Red Sox want to make a good run this year and be a really solid team, they're going to need a young arm to show up. This is their Dean Kramer this year. Like Baltimore Dean Kramer, Boston's going to have Brian Bailo, and that's going to be the guy that you're going to want to back a bunch. I know I think they've kind of struggled a little bit in his starts, but nothing crazy. No, they've won 2 out of 3. He just got blown up against a really good Baltimore Orioles team. So nothing.
He didn't get blown up. He only had 1 earned run that game.
Oh, sorry. The bullpen got blown up. That's why they lost that game. Sorry. I read that one quick. But I like the Red Sox in this one. I got minus 126 on their money line.
I am I am very tempted in the Boston Red Sox in this game. I am, but I just don't know if I can pull the trigger on it yet. I'm definitely gonna contemplate it though.
Okay. Stop betting Nerfies. I'm not betting Nerfies.
I'm not betting Nerfies.
Kansas City 6-3. Nah, that's weird. The Mets can't win if it's 6-3 Royals. He's guessing the score. That's what he's doing. He's guessing the score. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah. Baltimore Orioles against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Orioles are minus 195 favorites in this game with a total of 8.5 in this spot. And I mean, right off the rip, I'm like, wow, this is a big number for the Brewers. But then I look at this matchup, and it's Colin Ray and Corbin Burns. And the line opened up at 175, and this market's moved all the way up to 195. So the market's like Baltimore in this spot. Line opened up at an 8 at even money. It's now an 8.5 at minus 122. So we have a move towards the over, and we have a move towards the Orioles, suggesting Colin Ray gets hit in this game. Let's see if the markets agree. As we have 24% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is coming in on these Baltimore Orioles. Public home favorites are not as much of a problem as like public dogs and road public favorites. Is one thing I've noticed, especially with baseball. And then we have a 50-50 split on the total. The line's gone from an 8.5 up from an 8 to an 8.5 in this one here. Taking a look at the pitching matchup, Colin Ray and Corbin Burns. Colin Ray, this year, this is his third appearance. He went 6 innings in his last start against the Mariners. Gave up 1 earned run on 7 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. His previous start gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Mets. So he's looked good in both of his starts so far this year. Corbin Burns, this is his 4th start of the year, and he's looked great in all 3 of his starts. 1 earned run on 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 7 innings pitched. 2 against the Red Sox, 2 earned runs on 9 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 2/3 against the Royals. 1 earned run, 1 hit, no walks, 6 innings pitched, and 11 strikeouts against the LA Angels. The markets say the Orioles probably win this game, with the line moving 20 cents in their favor. The question is, have you missed your line with the Baltimore Orioles? And I mean, what type of number are we getting on just what can we get Baltimore -1 for, which is really expensive. Never mind. I'm seeing -200 and +105. That's not going to get me anywhere near a remotely acceptable line to bet for a -1 line. 146. No. The markets say that this is more of an Orioles spot. In this line, the Brewers have been really good this year. They're 10-3. This feels like one of those obviously huge lines to try to bait the dog type of situation, especially with the Brewers going for the sweep in this series and 5 wins in a row. The books I feel like, inviting Brewers money. Is what this feels like. Is they're inviting Brewers money, which gets my interest in the Orioles. The one thing with this is I just hate laying run lines, which I've laid a couple run lines, so I'm not going to be like, I'm not laying run lines the entire year. So maybe this is just Orioles run line and move on at +110 and expect Corbin Burns to pitch well. Or actually, I'm not a fan of this Orioles bullpen. That's what it was. So maybe this is just Orioles' first 5 run line, which is -140. I'm okay. I'll pass.
Yeah, Orioles. Which, by the way, their money line is now negative for the year. After the last 2 days, where the public is eating on Milwaukee. Although the
sharp money was all over Milwaukee both games.
Although run line is still profitable this year. Run line is up 2.1. Money line is -0.25. When I did it, money line was -210. Run line was -105. So those are the two. That's what I got at. Baltimore Orioles every single day, continuing to do that until the end of the year, so we can see exactly where everything's at. I just posted in the chat if anybody's interested in following along with all that. So there we go. More Baltimore Orioles. Because I don't learn.
I think this is an Orioles spot. It's just the line's too much for me.
Fair enough. Blackhawks first period, Canes full game. Not betting hockey.
Maybe.
Never, Thomas. It's always a good day for a Nerfies. Sundays are for dogs, unders, and Nerfies. Burns revenge spot. Orioles run line and Burns over outs and K's. Yes. Brew Crew. No. And here's the link to my Twitter. All right, Nick, we get the poop game.
Yeah, the Phillies and the Pirates. Let's get into it here. We have the Phillies as minus 190 favorites with a total of 9 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here between Mitch Hellenkeller and Zach Wheeler. We had this line open up at a 186. It's down to a 182. So we've had to move towards the Pittsburgh Pirates. Line opened up at an 8. It's all the way up to a 9 in this game, which is stunning that the line has moved up this high. Let's see if the cash flow kind of represents that. We have 67% of the tickets are in the under, and this line's gone up, which is interesting. 17% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the Pirates, and the line moving towards the Pirates here. Sharp money coming in on these Pirates here. Do we trust these Buccos to race the Jolly Roger today? Mitch Keller making his 4th start of the year. Finally had a quality start in his last game. 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. After giving up 4 earned runs in back-to-back games against the Nationals and the Marlins over 5 1/3 and 5 2/3. And on the other side, Zach Wheeler's been good this year. He gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits, 1 walk, and 7 innings pitched and 5 strikeouts against the Cardinals last game, which was his first road start of the year. His 2 home starts have been absolutely awesome. 1 earned run on 4 hits, 1 walks, 10 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Reds. And then no earned runs on 5 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Braves. They've lost all 3 of his starts this year. And he's been credited with a loss twice, Zach Wheeler. So they're not doing Zach Wheeler any favors during these games because they've given him a combined out of the 3 games, 4 runs of run support, which really puzzles me why this line's moving up because I wanted to back an under here with Keller and Wheeler. And that's probably why. We have about 18 to 21 mile an hour winds blowing out in this game. So the wind conditions are saying that the ball can fly today, which is going to keep me off of an under. However, it's not going to keep me off the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm going to back the Buccos in this game at a big plus price tag, and I'm going to take them full game in this spot. Why? Because their bullpen still ranks pretty good here. They're 4th. I believe actually the Phillies are 2nd, actually. So these are 2 of the top 4 bullpens. So let me pump the brakes on that real quick and really dive into I'm gonna look over a couple of things real quick. I want to see what the bullpen usages was for these bullpens the last couple of games, and then go from there. Because Pittsburgh used a few guys yesterday, and so did Philly. Philly used a couple guys yesterday. They used Alvarado. They used Hoffman. They used Soto. They used all their top bullpen guys yesterday. So the availability, I don't think is going to be there for them. I'm going to go full game Pirates. Full game Pirates money line, which is plus 160 on Bet365.
I'm raising the Jolly Roger with you. This is a Pirates team that I want to keep backing. Although they blew the game yesterday. So they're going for the split, but I like Mitch Keller. I think he's a solid pitcher. Obviously they're winning the games that he's pitching, so that's good to see as well. Wheeler, not really getting much from the Phillies, as you mentioned, and they've lost all 3 starts. I just think this is too big of a price tag, and Yeah, it's home field for the Phillies, but it's still two Pennsylvania teams. So I really don't put much stock into that, if that makes sense, because there's going to be fans from both sides. It's just played in the Phillies stadium kind of perspective of it. And getting plus 166 on it. I took the Pittsburgh Pirates in this one today, Nick.
Fair. Yeah, I'm on the Buccos as well.
Nerfy and move on the Pirates first 5. There you go. Let's roll with this game, Nick.
Yeah, Colorado Rockies and the Toronto Blue Jays minus 260 for the Blue Jays. What are we doing? Total 8.5. The Blue Jays are laying this number. Man, I almost had a minus 300 fade today. Line opened up at 220. It's up to a 240. So the line's moved towards the Blue Jays on Bet Online. Line opened up at a minus 105 for 8.5. It's a minus 110. So we've had to move towards the over. We've had to move towards the Toronto Blue Jays in this game here. We have 94% of tickets, 99% of cash is on the Blue Jays, 8,910 tickets in, 31% of the tickets, 83% of cash coming in on the over, and the line moving towards the over. So it looks like sharp money coming in on set over here in this one. And we have Kyle Freeland and Jose Barrios. Kyle Freeland, he had an okay start last game. He gave up 2 earned runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched. He did give up 4 runs, but only 2 of them were earned, which was an improvement over the last 2 starts where he gave up 7 earned runs. Granted, these were all at home. Or no, they were on the road. He pitched better in Coors Field than he did in Chicago or in Arizona, where he gave up 7 earned runs on 9 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 3 1/3 against the Cubs, and 10 earned runs on 10 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2 1/3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. That was the game that the Diamondbacks won 16-1. This feels like an over game. The markets are pointing towards an over here in this one, and I made fun of the line being this big for the Blue Jays. Obviously, I'm not going to bet the Blue Jays in this game. Their run line is minus 120, which for a home run line, that's really not appealing to me. Yeah. This should be just a Blue Jays smash type of spot because Kyle Freeland's been that bad. And maybe the way to approach it, jeez, they're not giving me a good number for this one either. It is a team total over for the Blue Jays. The only problem with that is I'm looking at probably either 4.5 really juiced or a 5, which 5 at even money on Caesars. Maybe. Kyle Freeland's been terrible, and I look for the Blue Jays to put up runs against Kyle Freeland. And then if they don't get all the runs against Freeland, then they can definitely get it against this Colorado Rockies bullpen, which ranks 29th in baseball. So over 8.5 is a play for me, which is minus 110 on most books. I'm going to make a move on that. And I'm going to see what the number is I can get for a team total for the Blue Jays in this game.
I'm going to stick to my guns. No Blue Jays games for me besides when they play the Orioles. It's just one of those teams that last year I never got right, and I'm here to make money. I'm not here to just give out plays on random games. I don't bet Blue Jay games. So for me, you have fun betting Blue Jays games. It's just one of the teams that I just want to avoid. So no thank you on the Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm going to move on the that 5 on on Caesars, because they're giving me they're giving me a even money on that. And I'm going to take also from Caesars the over 8.5 as well. So I'm going to move on both of those there.
Good luck. Do the Jays win by 2+ runs here? Probably. But it's not worth it. Was it minus one? You said it was minus 120 on the run line at home, which is not ideal. Also thinking under. Well, yeah, sorry, I forgot to post it yesterday. Yes, I will be posting it today. I promise.
By the way, I'm not going with the 5. They're giving me minus 133 for 4.5. I'll take the minus 133 for over 4.5 instead. to get a win on a 5 rather than a push.
Okay. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm still punching in my bets for this game. There. Yeah, we have the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. The Marlins coming in off of an ultra rare thing called a win this year, where they beat the Braves 5-1 yesterday, which immediately brings my attention right back to Atlanta, going right back to the Braves in this game. Let's get into it here. Charlie Morton and Jesus Luzardo. And wow, this line is plummeting. This line opened up at a minus 180. Granted, within 16 minutes, it was down to a 145. And since then, it's moved all the way down to a 135. So really, the line correction brought this line to a 150-ish. And it's moved towards Miami. Line opened up at an 8.5 even money. It's now an 8.5 at minus 106. So we've had to move towards the over here in this one as well. 81% of tickets, 88% of the cash on the Braves. With the line moving towards the Marlins here in this spot. And then we have 60% of the tickets are on the over. And the line's moving towards set over here in this spot. This line has now gotten into a range where I can play them straight up at minus 135 on the money line. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with the Braves here. And on FanDuel, it's minus 120 for the first 5. I'm going to double down on the Braves here in this game. Minus 120 first 5, minus 135 full game. FanDuel giving me the first 5. MGM giving me the full game, minus 120 and minus 135 for me. The Braves going right back to it here.
I'm already on the run line. And it's just, especially after a loss, I think this is a Braves team that you kind of want to back after a loss because they're not going to lose often. And with it, that's, and not to mention we're still fading the Marlins, who are not going to be good this year. So let's keep fading the Marlins. Braves bounce back spot here. So Braves, we got the run line at plus 110 last night, Nick.
Yep. Yeah. Also, real quick, I didn't go over the pitchers. I felt like I rushed that game a little bit. Charlie Morton is coming in off of a not a great start. He gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 5 walks, in 4 strikeouts and 5 2/3 innings pitch against the Mets in that 8-7 loss. And then previous to that, he pitched really well, granted against the White Sox. No runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 5 2/3. He's gonna need to take a step up now with the Braves losing Spencer Strider for the year, which just means the Braves are going to go out and make a deadline for a big splashy starting pitcher when that comes around. So yeah. And then Jesus Luzardo this year, I believe he's been okay the first couple starts and looked bad in his last start. Gave up 7 runs on 8 hits, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 4 2/3 against the Yankees. 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 against the Angels. 2 earned runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Pirates. I'm moving on both the first 5 in the full game here with the Braves in this game. Can't believe we're getting minus 120 for the Braves first 5.
There you go. Braves team total over. Yeah. They're good with that. We already talked that game, so we'll go to this game.
Yeah. Bet 36. Bet MGM has the other one. San Francisco Giants and the Tampa Bay Rays, minus 110 for the Giants, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here with the Tampa Bay Rays. And so we have Blake Snell and Sean Armstrong, your pitching matchup for this game here. Line opened up at a 125. It's down to a 108 for the Giants. So we got to move towards Sean Armstrong and the Tampa Bay Rays. And this line opened up at an 8 at minus 105. It's now an 8 at minus 120. So we've had to move towards the over. We've had to move towards the Rays, suggesting the Rays get to Blake Snell in this game. We have 56% of the tickets, 67% of the cash coming on the Giants, and the line moving towards the Rays. And we have 67% of the tickets and 96% of the cash coming on the under, and the line moving towards the over in this game here. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, Blake Snell making his second appearance as a San Francisco Giant. He gave up 3 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 3 innings pitched against the Washington Nationals, the game that I really wanted to pull the trigger on the first 5 with the Natties and did not, and regretted not doing. And on the flip side, Sean Armstrong, he is a 2 innings guy. He's not going to get you very far. So if you're capping this game strictly for Strong Armstrong, it's a Rays bullpen game. But if you want to back it strictly for him, which he's been not great this year, he's given up 2 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, no earned runs, and 1 earned run. But he's pitched a whopping 6 1/3 innings pitched, and he's given up 4 earned runs. So he's been an average pitcher. Not anything I'm overly excited about. It's Rays or nothing for me. But do we trust this Rays bullpen yet? And I just don't know. I just don't know. They lose 11-2 yesterday, so maybe a bounce back after they had their 3-game winning streak snapped. It'd be Rays or nothing for me.
It is Rays or nothing, and I think I want to go towards nothing. Keep in mind, this is Blake Snell's second start of the season after having no spring training because Scott Boras took forever to get him signed somewhere because he wanted way too much money for him. And in return, he comes out and has a really bad first start. Now, do I expect that to roll over into this one? I don't know. This is, once again, not a Tampa Bay Rays team that I trust. I said earlier on, I think they're a 4th place or 5th place team in the division. Right now, I believe they are tied for last. But 8-7, and they're tied for last. Not a bad division there. So this is a stay away spot. It is a Rays or nothing as well, but it's going to be nothing.
Yeah. By the way, for that last game, the line was the line bet stamp told me was not the right one for BetMGM. It's 145 on BetMGM. So I'm heading over to FanDuel and taking -1 at -114 with the Braves.
Taking the Marlins Nerfy. Good luck to you. On to this one, Nick.
Yeah. -114. Braves -1. All right. Oh, Tim's gone. All right. We have the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago White Sox. The Reds -150 favorites, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have Graham Ashcraft and Mike Soroka. Line opened up at a minus. Click the wrong one there. There we go. There we go. Line opened up with the Reds as -160 favorites. It's down to a 150 now. It did get all the way down to a 136, but there's been some buyback here on the White Sox, or on the Reds, my bad. No, yeah. On the Reds, yeah. Line opened up at a 9 and even money. It's now a 9 at -120. So we've had to move towards the White Sox, and we've had to move towards the over, suggesting that Graham Ashcraft gets hit a little bit here today. 77% of the tickets are on the over, the line moving towards the over. 98% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Reds, and the line moving towards the White Sox, which is screaming White Sox. And you guys know the way I approach White Sox games is I do not bet them full game. I only bet them first 5. I want to take a look real quick at what this first 5 line movement is in this game, because it opened up with the White Sox at with the Reds as 152. It's down to a 142. So the line's dropping for the first 5 here as well, which is going to make me have interest in this White Sox first 5. And I know I lost the White Sox first 5 here yesterday with what do you call it? With Garrett Crochet. Graham Ashcraft making his 3rd appearance. He looked good in his first start, gave up 2 earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts against the Phillies, and then got hit around a little bit against the Milwaukee Brewers. 5 earned runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and 5 2/3. On the flip side, we have Mike Soroka for these 2-12 White Sox. Got a no decision in his last game, 4 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 2/3, 4 strikeouts. Previous to that, 2 earned runs on 6 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Royals. And 4 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts, and 5 innings against the Tigers. No strikeouts in 5 innings. Wow. White Sox first 5 is my lean at this moment. I'll take a look at what number I can get for it. You're muted.
Sorry. How many times are we going to fall for it, Nick? Oh, but the line's moving towards the White Sox. And then they always lose. I'm not betting the White Sox at all. If I'm betting anything in this game, it's the under. And the only reason why I want to bet the under, by the way, I'm not betting it. The only reason why I would lean that way, this White Sox offense is dreadful. We saw it yesterday. They got shut out. They were getting no hit for a while. This is not an offense I want to trust. And how many times have we seen it? Oh, the line looks a little bit short for the White Sox. Yeah, I've fallen for it a couple of times. I'm done falling for it. I'm not betting this game. White Sox are not getting any more of my money for a little while until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow.
Right, do they play tomorrow? Who do they play tomorrow? Oh, they play the Royals tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Who plays tonight? What's the Sunday night game? Oh, you know what? Duh, of course. The Dodgers are playing. It's got to be the Dodgers on Sunday Night Baseball.
Again?
Yep. And then the Dodgers get Washington tomorrow. And then the Padres get the All right, Brewers tomorrow against the Padres. And the Padres have to travel after Sunday Night Baseball. Anyways, Nicholas, on to the next game.
Yeah. This was a fun game to see the score of yesterday. The Astros finally got something going yesterday, and they beat down the Rangers, which was awesome to see. But let's get into this one here. We get a good matchup in this one here with Christian Javier taking on Nathan Eovaldi. Line opened up at a -120 for the Astros, and now it's a -109. So we've had a move towards these Texas Rangers. Line opened up at a 9 at even money. It's now an 8.5 at -115. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Rangers in this one here. 80% of the tickets are on the Rangers, which explains the line move towards them. 58% of the tickets, 74% of the cash is on the under. And the line moving towards the under. Line's gone from a 9 down to an 8.5, which I kind of agree with right off the rip, just looking at these two pitchers. This is going to be the 4th appearance for Nathan Eovaldi this year. He's looked good in all of his starts. Gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 5 2/3 against the Athletics. He gave up no earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched against the Rays. And he gave up 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Cubs. So he's faced okay competition and the Cubs, which are good competition. And he's looked good. On the other side, we have Christian Javier, who has faced good competition and has looked awesome. No earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched against the Yankees. No earned runs on 1 hit, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Blue Jays. 2 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 against the Royals. He's looked good in all of his starts, and the way that both these guys are pitching, this is an under. This is under for me. And no, I still don't trust these bullpens. That should come as not a shock at all. Wow. And I will take them. I'll lay the $1.25 for this. First 5 under 5. I'm shocked that this is a 5 for the first 5. Over on Bet365. If you don't want to lay the $1.25, you can get even money for under 4.5 on ESPN Bet. So that's up to you whether or not you want to lay the $1.25 or if you want to take the 5 and take the 5 or not lay the juice and take the 4.5. There's options. I'm going to take the first 5 and I'm going to take the 5 in this game. First 5 under 5 at -125.
Now, to me, this game just seems like one of those pitchers have a decent start each. It's like 2-2 after the 5th, and the game finishes 7-6.
Which is why I'm only interested in the first 5. Yeah.
I know. I kind of like the over in this game. Is it something I'm going to get to? No. It's definitely these are. I kind of want to lean back towards the Rangers in this one. The Astros, you won a game. Good job. Is going to be a reoccurrence where they could actually put up 9, win another game like this? I don't know. For right now, it would be a lean towards the Rangers for me. Although I'm not betting it because Christian Javier has looked really, really solid. So for me, this one's a stay away.
Fair enough. Yeah, first 5 under 5 minus 125 for me.
I had Houston yesterday. Red Sox best bet in the MLB today. I like the Red Sox today. Yes, we hit our bet on this one yesterday, Nick.
Yeah, never in doubt on that one, right?
I know,
We
right?
have the Washington Nationals and the Oakland A's. I stayed off of that game yesterday, but I should have pulled the trigger on the Nationals.
Washington run line.
Yeah, minus 130 for the A's. The A's are favorites again with a total of 8. We have Wood and Williams, your pitching matchup here. And this line's only gone up. It opened up at a minus 110. It's all the way up to a 140, 139 for Oakland on Bet Online. Line opened up in an 8.5, minus 110. It's down to an 8 at minus 114. A massive line movement towards the Oakland A's. 55% of the tickets and 84% of the cash will do that. And then 50-50 split on the tickets here in this one as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup for this one here. Trevor Williams and Alex Wood. Trevor Williams has looked good so far this year. Gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 5 1/3 against the Pirates. 1 earned run on 3 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 5 innings pitched against the Giants. He is what he is. He's a 5-inning pitcher. So you'll get 5 from him. On the other side, Alex Wood has looked better in his last 2 starts, considering his first start was 6 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 3 1/3 against the Guardians. His following start after that was against the Red Sox, where he gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 5 innings, and then 2 earned runs and 5 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 4 innings against the Rangers. This line move is crazy with this game being all the way up to a minus 130 now and 140 in some spots for the Oakland A's. And that's just too much for me to want to back the Oakland A's. It would be Oakland minus 1 or nothing type of situation. Or it's Oakland first 5 because the Athletics bullpen is actually 17th. And the Nationals are 13th. Wow, I did not actually think these bullpens were about average. Maybe Oakland first 5, but Oakland first 5 is kind of expensive there too. Minus 135. I can go without betting this game.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm betting anything, it's going and grabbing the Oakland run line again. But no, I'm staying away from this game. There's no reason to go after this game. I'm not going to say 1-800-GAMBLER if you're betting this one, but I'm personally going to stay away from this game, Nick.
Fair.
A's, good luck. Going for the Nerfy sweep in this matchup also. First 5 for the Nats. Good luck. This one should be fun. I really like both these teams, so this series has kind of been, I want to say, bittersweet.
Yeah. And we have one team that I'm very interested in futures on, in the Chicago Cubs team. I love this Cubs team.
I know.
Let's get into it here. We have Luis Castillo and Javier Assad. Maybe this is not the greatest spot to back the Cubbies. So line opened up at a 133. It's up to a 146 now for the Mariners. So the lines move towards the Mariners in this spot here. Line opened up at an 8, minus 115. It's down to a 7.5 at plus 101. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a move towards the Mariners in this one here. 38% of the tickets and 96% of the cash on the Mariners will do that. 60% of the tickets and 83% of the cash on the under will definitely move the line towards the under as well, because it's gone from an 8 to a 7.5. Javier Assad This is his third start of the year. Went 5 innings in his last start, gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts in 5 innings against the Padres. And he looked good in his first start. No earned runs on 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched against the Rockies. On the other side, Luis Castillo, this is his 4th start of the year. He's given up 4 earned runs in all 3 starts. He's not looked good at all. 4 earned runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched. 4 earned runs and 10 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts in 5 2/3. 4 earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched against the Blue Jays, the Guardians, and the Red Sox. I want to see it first from Luis Castillo. The markets are saying he's going to pitch good in this game. I need to see it first, because he's not. And this is a dome, so we really don't have to worry about weather here for Seattle in this spot on why this line may be moving down. It's a lean towards the first 5 under for me, which we're looking at 4.5 minus 130 on Fanatics. I'm kind of interested in that when I'm seeing 3.5 in some 4s and 3.5 in some spots, with it being a 7.5. It's an under for me or nothing. And I'm gonna go towards the side of nothing.
I want to bet the Cubbies today. Assad's been solid in his first 2 starts, and Luis Castillo just hasn't shown it yet. Luis Castillo's got a very, very high ceiling. He could easily go out this game and throw 7 no-hit innings, and we wouldn't be surprised. On the flip side, we can be like, oh, wow, he left the game after 3 innings, giving up 6 earned runs on 8 hits, and be like, yeah, you know what? He got hit today. I think you're going to get a value fading Luis Castillo right now. And trust me, this is a guy that I really liked last year. And he cost me a little bit last year because he wasn't great last year. But I think a lot of people see his name, remember him from his Reds days, remember that he was an all-star, and are still kind of overvaluing him. I would be towards the Chicago Cubs with you, Nick. I know you like this Cubbies team. I kind of like Chicago today, Nick.
Yeah, it's a tough game for me personally.
That's fine. We'll keep it off, but I lean Cubs.
Yeah.
Pass for sure. Castillo not himself this year or last year. 2 games left in the MLB card.
Yeah. We had the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Cashed at the Cardinals the first game, lost with them last night. Let's get into this one. Minus 150 for the Diamondbacks, total of 9 in this game. We have Zach Gallen and Miles Michaelis, your pitching matchup here. Line opening up at a 145. It's up to a 147. Line open up at an 8.5 minus 115. It's gone up to an 8.5 minus 125. So we do a move towards this over. And we've had a move towards the Diamondbacks. 88% of the tickets will do that. We have no cash flow on this total. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here. Miles Michaelis and Zach Gallen. Michaelis has been okay this year. In his first start, got beat up a little bit by the Dodgers, but who doesn't get beat up by the Dodgers? 5 earned runs on 7 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 4 1/3 innings pitched. His next 2 starts, though, have been solid. 2 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, and 6 innings pitched against the Padres. 2 earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and 6 2/3 against the Phillies. So he's looked better in his last 2 starts when he doesn't have to face the LA Dodgers offense. And we have Zach Gallen, who's gotten the luxury of 2 of his first 3 starts coming against the Colorado Rockies. 1 earned run on 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 5 innings pitched against the Rockies. No earned runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 innings pitched against 6 strikeouts against the Yankees. And then 3 earned runs, 8 hits, no walks, 10 strikeouts, and 5 innings against the Rockies. So what will he do against a team not named the Rockies? Well, he pitched okay against the Yankees, but I would like to see what he does against somebody not named the Rockies. The line moving up with the market point I have no market on this total, but kind of tells me that the over could be in play in this game with the line moving up. I know a lot of people are going to see Zach Gallen. I think Zach Gallen regresses this year a little bit. And he doesn't have as good of a season as he did last year or the previous few years. I think this is going to be a little bit of a down year for Zach. I would look over the total in this game, if anything.
A down year for Zach Gallen on the road. I think at home he continues to be solid. where he's pitched 11 innings, allowed 1 earned run, 6 hits, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts, and winning 16-1 against the Colorado Rockies and 7-0 against the New York Yankees, which is not easy to do. So I think he has good starts at home. On the road, although you look at his road start, yeah, they lost that game. 3 earned runs, 8 hits, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. It was still it was still a strong start for him. He just didn't get the bullpen kind of blew it for him. So I don't blame that one on him necessarily. Now they should have won that game, but I would go Diamondbacks here. I'd have to take the run line because obviously I'm not laying minus 150. I don't like Miles McCullers. I think he struggles. He's had 2 good starts his last two games against San Diego, which I still think is kind of a questionable team offensively, and the Philadelphia Phillies, who just have not had it this year so far. So I like the Diamondbacks in this one. I would take the run line.
Fair.
College baseball today. North Carolina. It would have to be run line. Against Notre Dame. That's fine. ECU, yes. Oregon State, yes. I was looking that way. Obviously, I have to wait for the run line to come out. Tennessee, run line it. Duke, no, I'm on Pittsburgh today. D-backs run line with Gallon. Our boy Gallon, Arizona run line. Arizona first 5. Arizona win first inning, and of course, Gallon strikeout props. I like it. Small Arizona 2-teamer, Yotes and D-backs. Are the Rays a high strikeout team? Was looking at Snell props. Be careful because he's going to be on smaller pitch counts in the beginning of the year. So be careful with the strikeout props for Blake Snell. Final game next Sunday Night Baseball, and of course the Dodgers are part of it.
Yeah. This is the 3rd time they've been on Sunday Night Baseball already? 2nd time?
Sounds something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because they got to promote the Dodgers any way, shape, and form they can. Well, let's get into it, though. You guys know where I'm going to go for this game, though. We have Yu Darvish and James Paxton. I keep getting reminded every 5 days that James Paxton's still in the MLB. And somehow he's on this Dodgers rotation. Imagine this Dodgers team, and this is one reason why I like their under a win total a little bit. Look at their starting rotation and all the injured pitchers they have on it.
Yep.
This line opened up at around a minus 160. It's down to a 143. So we've had a big move towards the Padres. Line opened up at an 8.5 and minus 116. It's down to an 8.5 and minus 106. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Padres in this one here. 64% of the tickets are on the Dodgers with the line moving towards the Padres. 75% of the tickets, 96% of the cash on the under in this one here. The line moving towards the under in this spot. And I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what I'm betting in this game because I've been doing this every single game this year. I'm still down slightly, but I think this is more of a marathon rather than a sprint type of experiment, fading the Dodgers every day because I know there's going to be a couple days this year where I'm going to cash plus 300s fading them. So I'm on the Padres at plus 135 in this game. Yeah. So Padres minus plus 135 here.
I'm going to end the card with a pass. I don't need to go after the game. Now, it would be a lean towards the Padres, but fading the Dodgers does not sound like a fun idea. Getting some nice plus money on the Padres isn't that bad with Yu Darvish. But once again, do I trust Yu Darvish on the road? And this will be the first. Well, he pitched in Korea, so that's kind of a neutral. Actually, and he pitched in Korea, and the game he pitched was technically a home game for the Padres, where one of them was home, one of them was road. Technically,
they hit second in that game. Exactly.
And then he's only pitched in San Diego. This is going to be his first start away from Petco Park / Korea. So this is a tricky spot. I want to, because I remember him not having good road numbers throughout the past couple of years. I don't want to. I'll be careful with Yu Darvish to start off the year on the road.
Fair.
That is all the games for today. Before we head on out, we'll do a quick recap and all that stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Boom, change the background. It's above Nick's head. The links, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you guys are following. By the way, I was just checking through Capper panel and stuff. 2 subscribers away from 3,800, guys. So if you guys can go ahead, we need 2 subscribers for 3,800, and we're only 202 away from 4,000. So let's see if we can try to hit that pretty soon. So if you guys can, make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. Now, recapping for today, I have nothing in hockey. I'll start betting hockey again, just like the NBA in the playoffs. As for baseball, Red Sox, money line, Orioles, run line, Pirates, money line, Braves, run line, the over in the Yankee game. I like the Cubbies, Arizona run line. And then, once again, some college baseball action for you guys who are interested. South Carolina, plus 115. ECU, minus 2.5. Georgia Tech, minus 105. NC State, plus 180. Louisville, plus 110. Texas A&M, run line, plus 110. West Virginia to go for the sweep against UCF, minus 130. Pittsburgh to not get swept by Duke at plus 145. Alabama to beat the number 1 team in the nation again at plus 145. Ole Miss minus 115. And UC San Diego to take down UC Irvine later on. And I'll call it by the end of when the rankings come out on Monday. So tomorrow, the rankings will come out before the show starts. When they come out, they're going to look a whole lot different than they do now because Texas A&M will be your number 1 team in the nation. Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, Oregon State, Duke, or Clemson. One of the 2 will be in the 5 seed. I think ECU, if they win today, can move up to as high as 6 because I think they pass. They would pass if Duke loses today. I think they pass Duke. After Duke goes 2-2, they are going to pass Vanderbilt. And if Clemson loses today, I think Clemson could drop to like 8th or 9th. With getting swept by an unranked team at home, but and losing to South Carolina upstate in the midweek game. So be careful with that. I'm excited to see the upcoming rankings in college baseball. But anyways, back to the chat, and then we'll head on out for today. Under. And of course, usual Dodgers, Yurfie with the silly over batters. No. Great breakdown of the games. Appreciate it, Thomas. No big NBA dogs today. God, do I even have to look at the card?
Please don't.
Wizards are 9.5. Hornets are 14.5. Hawks are 14. Raptors are 16. Bulls are 13. These are dogs. Brooklyn 14.5. Memphis 13. Mavericks are 19-point dogs. Jazz are 9.5, and Portland is 17. If you want to bet all those dogs, go right ahead, have fun, but I'm not. Wizards and the Jazz first half for you. Good luck. That's gonna do. Oh, forgot, Nick. You should recap and stuff.
Yeah, I am on the Pirates plus 160. I'm on the Blue Jays team total over 3.5, full game over 8.5. Guardians money line and the over 8.5. Braves first 5 minus 120, full game minus 114. White Sox plus 120. Rangers, Astros first 5 under 5. Padres plus 135. And the NHL keeping it short and sweet. And we are going with the Avalanche first period and the Avalanche full game.
Portland. You like Portland tonight against who are they? Sacramento. Have fun. I'm personally not betting anything in the NBA. I had to do a NBA video for picks and parlays. I'm not even betting that game. I'll be completely honest. But I'm waiting for playoffs. By the way, there will be a balling out tonight that I'm going to do. And it's going to be a little bit of a different balling out, Nick, because it will be predicting the NBA playoffs. And I'll have a whole big because I'll wait for all the ranks to be all the seeding to be finalized, and then I'll do a whole entire video on it. So, just doing a complete breakdown. I wouldn't bet it. Only Magic for a small play. Magic are 6.5-point favorites against the Bucks. I don't hate it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow, and let's go ECU Pirates.